Oh, it started to rain. I don't want to admit this, but... Oh, this is a very creaky chair. Last week I felt very jealous of a friend of mine. Not the cute, ooh, I wish I had that sort of jealousy. The like horrible, makes you feel guilty, makes you feel like a bad friend, makes you feel like you should give up kind of jealousy. And upon reflection, it really made me think about how we don't tend to talk about jealousy. We can open up, and we're getting better at opening up and being vulnerable about certain topics and certain things, but jealousy is not one of them. It's like it's this dirty little secret that we think we're better than, that we think we're above, but we're really not. And I think, at least in my own experience this week, I think this is exactly the reason why it holds so much power over us. This video is sponsored by Myota. More on them later. So what actually happened? I think it's important if I give you a little bit of context, just so you know the situation, without giving you specifics about the person. So a friend asked for my advice to help them with a social media post, very similar to a post I created, and of course I helped them. I walked it through with them, I went back and forth about what they should do, what maybe they shouldn't do, and then they posted it. And of course, with these kind of things, there's always that element of luck, and you know, the algorithm gods are looking down favorably on you for that day during that post. But in this case, they started a new account. This was the first post on that account, and they posted incredibly well. Now, on one side, I was incredibly happy, a little bit proud, celebrating them. And I told them this. In fact, I told them they should celebrate, because they should. And I was genuinely happy, like honestly, genuinely happy. And on the other side, I realized that I was really jealous. I was very jealous. And in one day, they gained more followers than I have gained in 2 years of really trying. I'm finding this video quite hard to actually talk about and film. I feel like it's going to be embarrassing for me to release this. Anyway, on the outside, I was celebrating like a good friend should. Genuinely celebrating. I really hope you believe me when I say that. Like, I really want to champion them, to make sure that they know that they've done something incredible, and to keep going, and to help them with that momentum and that fire that they now have. Genuinely celebrating their success. On the inside though, I felt like I'd been punched in the gut. My brain went straight to, why are you doing this? This is your sign you should quit. You're not good enough. You're stupid. You're pointless. You're useless, worthless. All of these problems I've had in the past with like self-worth and these horrible, destructive, negative, damaging, horrible thoughts. And in this moment, the shame spiral was absolutely real. It was horrible and intense. And to put it less eloquently, it just sucked. Because here's the thing about jealousy. It doesn't just hurt. It makes you feel like a terrible person, because you have these feelings about or because of somebody else. It makes you feel like you're not being a good friend or partner or colleague or well, whatever, because you're feeling bad at the expense of their success. So not only do you feel bad for you in general for what you're trying to do, you feel like you're a bad person now on top of that. And so I spent the whole day feeling sad and confused. And like my thoughts weren't even my own. We're taught that jealousy is this ugly emotion that we're never supposed to feel. Like we're supposed to stash it down, hide it away. But by ignoring jealousy, I think that gives it more power to mess with our heads. And I've come to realize that the shame around jealousy often hurts more than the jealousy itself. Speaking of things that mess with our heads, let me tell you about something that's helped mine. This video's sponsor, Myota. When I'm stressed or dealing with difficult emotions like jealousy, my digestion goes completely haywire. That's where Myota comes in. It's a prebiotic fiber blend that's been a game changer for my gut health. I've been taking Myota for over a year, and honestly, when my gut feels better, I handle emotional stuff so much better too. It's unflavored, so I just mix it into my morning coffee or just water, sometimes bolognese. If you'd like to try it for yourself, there's a link in the description with a huge discount code. Now, let's get back to jealousy. Whew, okay, that bit was hard, it was difficult, but it was necessary. Now let's talk about what jealousy can actually teach us. So after thinking about this for a few days, after ruminating on it quite a lot and speaking to friends, here's what I learned. Jealousy is information. It's not pretty information, but it still is valid information we can learn from. In my case, and again, this is hard to admit, but it's also, I feel like a hypocrite if I'm not doing this on this channel, because it's kind of what my channel's about. And it's who I really want to be and how I want to share with you guys and how I expect to build a community. So here goes. My jealousy wasn't really about my friend's success. It was about my own insecurities around self-worth. Like, the whole experience really highlighted exactly where my ego was most fragile. Whew, that was a mic drop moment. And I guess instead of ignoring it, it's provided me something that I can work with, that I can work on, I can learn from. First, and I only know this now because I didn't do it, is acknowledge that it exists. We're humans and we're not above our emotions. And talk to somebody about it, multiple people if you can. Don't keep it a secret. If you keep it a secret, that terrible feeling, it's just gonna grow. This one's harder to do in the moment, so maybe this one's better upon reflection, but ask yourself, what is this jealousy trying to tell me about what I want or what I need? What's it trying to teach me? And remember that somebody else's success doesn't necessarily diminish your own path. In my example, if she gets super popular, I'm in the same position that I am now, except that now I have a friend who could potentially help me out in the future. And I know that's a very selfish thing to think, but like, if you just think about it from a selfish point of view, their success actually does nothing but potentially help me. And sometimes, being really honest here, this is probably an unpopular opinion, but sometimes you just need to feel like shit. Sometimes you just need to feel bad for a little bit. You just have to actually feel, feel that emotion and go through it. So I'm curious, have you ever felt this type of jealousy, this gut-punching, horrible, overthinking jealousy? If you have and you're willing to share it, please drop it down in the comments. I'd love to know how you dealt with it. And I'd love to talk about this openly and honestly. If this video and this topic resonated with you and you want more real talks around the messy parts of wellness, then you're in the right place. Please consider subscribing. YouTube thinks you might like this video next, so I'll see you over there. Have a great day and ciao for now.